the Epstein files back in the news. Adelita Grajova sworn into office, and first thing she did was run to sign the petition. So there's going to be a vote on the release of the Epstein files. And I think I speak for many people that say, let's just get it over with. Let's just see what's in.
Release the hounds.
Release the hounds. Exactly right.
Who let the dogs out? This needs to get over with. I don't understand why, since she is already sworn in, why couldn't they just do it up right then and there?
Yeah, because there's a time period in between that has to happen before the vote happens to release. So the petition gets signed, and there's a time frame according to the rules of the House. Then there's a vote, and Tim Burchett is a Republican and in the House, and he brought forward a motion that he says would have bypassed all the nonsense and just released the files.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett just left the House floor, and I tried to do a UC, unanimous consent of I tried to get the Epstein files, get it straight to the floor, just to cut out all this nonsense. And, and the Democrats blocked it, oddly enough. Now, I hear they've had it for 4 years, and they, obviously, if there's something there about Trump, they would have released it. And now they're all, let's get it out, let's get it out. Well, I just made a motion to bring it straight to the dadgum floor, and they blocked it. They blocked it. So this is politics. It has nothing to do with what's doing what's right. And it's Washington, D.C. to a T. And again, they ought to be ashamed of themselves, but they're probably not. Thank y'all for sending me here.
You know, it makes me miss where I grew up. Makes me miss the South. We here in the West, we just don't use the word dadgum enough.
Dag nabbit. I want to know, what was that? What's the time period then for? What's the waiting period for?
And I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer of why the rules say that. But
because I'm saying maybe that's why they voted no, because there's this time period that they have to wait.
But not if he got this. Not if he got this unanimous consent, because then it would bypass all of that stuff.
That's what I'm saying, but why does it have to wait? Like, why in the first place?
I think it's not just this. I think it, and anybody out there that, if you guys know the rules of the House, I don't in this case.
Does it give somebody a chance to say, hey,
I don't know, but there is a waiting period after the petition is signed, and then the speaker's got to bring it to a vote. But there are all these procedural rules in the Congress, and so what he would have gotten with this unanimous consent is that it would have bypassed all those rules and it would have been immediately released. Now, what he believes and what some are saying is that the Democrats that are releasing an email here and an email there are cherry picking things to make Trump look guilty. I don't, as much as I will be on, and this is where I try to walk the line, and you're never going to walk the line for people well enough. I voted for Trump 3 times. And I want him to be successful. I agree with his policies. I don't always agree with him. And if he's guilty of any of this, I certainly want that exposed, just like every American should. But all this conjecture, I've talked about this guy a lot because I have never met him, but he's fascinating to me. He is obsessed with Donald Trump, hates him. He posts on Facebook 15 to 20 times a day about Donald Trump.
That must be an illness.
But the same thing today, it was about something else about Trump and emails and why, if this happened, what's he hiding? And it's all conjecture. It's all guesswork. And the one thing, I sent him this clip from Tim Burchett, and I said, well, then explain this. I mean, and I've never seen anyone so joyful about the possibility that another human being did something so disturbing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like they cannot wait to watch this guy fail. That's foreign to me. I didn't want Joe Biden to be as ill-equipped to be president as he was, and we stayed away from talking about it when he was in office. We didn't talk about it a lot. I don't pray for failure in other people.
You know what I also find interesting about the leaked emails that are out so far is, if they are leaked, why don't they just go to the stuff that happened?
Right.
Why does it have to be like, oh, it's a preview? What is this, 50 Shades of Grey? I don't want to, I just want to know what's going on. Like, why do we need to see juicy previews? It's so dumb.
And you can't confuse this. And so when you ask questions, and I'm just being fair, I'm just trying to point this out. When you say, Well, and this is what people do when they have a theory and they can't prove it. Well, you tell me this. Well, I can't answer that. Well, see? Well, because I can't answer your question doesn't mean you're right. It's just a question. So the question is, what is Trump hiding? What does he... Well, what were the Democrats hiding for 4 years? They had these files for 4 years and the Biden administration never released it. When Trump was drubbing Vice President Harris in the election cycle and on the debate stage, why didn't they release these damning things then? They could have. I'm not saying that proves he didn't do anything, but that proves he didn't do anything as much as what's happening now proves he did.
I have a theory.
Yes, let's hear it.
Somebody is on the list that's a high Democrat leader, authority figure, and they don't want to release it, but it is more damning if it's Trump's name over his.
I think there are so many.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think that there are so many names that we would recognize.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That have some kind of an association. And the two bad things are, one is there will be some people that are guilty that you can't prove they are, and they're going to say that although this happened, I never did anything wrong. And there are going to be people that are innocent.
Wrong place, wrong time.
That can't prove that they're innocent, that are going to get stained by this as well.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you don't release the documents. It just means that's what I think's happening. And my theory is close to yours. I think that there are very, very, very big name people and important people from both sides of the political aisle, or not politically connected, but names you'll recognize that are on this list.
And like you said, probably a lot of them are just stained. Their names is stained now. It's not, they didn't get involved. They didn't know what was going on. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yep.
Thanks for watching the Mike Broomhead Show. Tap to watch and listen to the new season of Amazing Arizonans, a KTAR News podcast. You can also click the button in the middle to subscribe.